Good morning, students. Come to the class 4. Last 3 classes we have discussed regarding the trigonometry. This is P1 means first PUC first year. This is class 4, 4th class it is. Now come to the class 4. I recall what we have studied in the last 3 classes. In the first class, introduction, some examples on measurement of an angles, and in the second class, conversion of degree to radian measurements and radian to degree measurement in the class 2, and in the last class, third class, we have calculated some sums using this result. L is equal to r theta, length of an arc is equal to r into theta, where L is the length of an arc, r is the radius of the circle, and theta is the angle subtended at the center in terms of radians. Calculating r when radius and theta is given either directly or indirectly, calculating radius when length of an arc and angle subtended is given. One example, neither radius nor angle is given, nor theta is given, you have calculated L. Indirectly they have given, we have calculated radius using diameter and angle subtended using an equilateral triangle, and then we have calculated the length of an arc. So these are the some examples. Now let us come to the next example. Today's example we discuss regarding the next examples. Now see, regarding the examples what we have studied in the previous classes, that is, those examples are for the point of examination 2 marks questions are there. For the point of examination 2 marks questions for the, and you know I discussed already in the previous class on this bit 3 marks for the point of your examination. 3 marks questions will be appeared. Now let us will go for the next example, that same type. I think the last example is simple pendulum example we have calculated. Now let us come to the next example, the example number 8. I think see, the minute hand of a clock, the minute hand of a clock is 1.5 centimeter long. What? 1.5 centimeter long. How far does its tip move in 40 minutes? Try to understand the given problem. Here given, here also use pi is equal to 3.14 or 22 by pi. Students, read the question. Try to understand the given question. See, the minute hand of a clock is 1.5 centimeter long. A clock, watch, the minute hand of a clock 1.5 centimeter long. How far does its tip move in 40 minutes? See, the students, clock circular. That minute hand moves along that circular path like that. You know that minute hand, tell me if it completes one complete revolution, then how many minutes it move? You know, this is supposed to be, this is a watch. Here I'll draw the watch. For example, see, this is the watch supposed to be, yes, and this is what? Clock it is. Now where it moves, see here I will write 40 minutes. This is supposed to be your watch. Tell me exactly on which number your clock? Your clock is on exactly on 8, students. So you have to calculate the angle. Here angle is not given. This is the radius becomes length of the minute hand. That length of the simple pendulum is given. The minute hand of a clock is 1.5 centimeter long. The minute hand of a clock is 1.5 centimeter long. So how far does its tip move in 40 minutes? Means this what you have to calculate it. Try to understand the students. How far does its tip move in 40 minutes? This is starting, it is initially on your minute hand is here on 12. It moves a tip. It moves. So this means what you have to calculate? You have to calculate length of an arc. L you have to calculate. But angle is not there. Is it possible to calculate angle? From this to this movement, you have to calculate the angle. You know, the minute hand, if it rotates one circular rotation in the watch, so how many minutes it takes? 60 minutes. Calculate total how much it is? 360 degree it is. One complete revolution is 360 degree. So you will get it 1 minute. Then you will calculate for 40 minutes. You will get the angle made by the minute hand in 40 minutes. I think clear this is? I think clear this is, students? See, what you have to calculate? So this is a circular, one circle, one revolution it is, complete one revolution. You may rotate number of revolutions. See, according to this, 40 minutes, according to your problem, you have to calculate angle made by the minute hand in 40 minutes. You have to calculate this one. See the students, you have to calculate angle rotation from 12 to this 8. So the minute hand rotates like that. Angle made by, is it possible to calculate the angle here? Yes. See here, solution. Solution. The minute hand of a clock, the minute hand of a clock or the minute hand of a clock in 60 minutes, in what it is? In 60 minutes, the minute hand of a clock in 60 minutes completes one revolution. Yes? Completes one revolution. I think clear, student, it is. Just I have discussed. It takes 60 minute time to complete one revolution. One revolution means how much degree it is? 360 degree. Therefore, in 1 minute, you have to calculate for 1 minute. Therefore, in 1 minute, in 1 minute, that is 360 divided by, I will take directly, is equal to divide by 60, because one revolution is 360. So to complete one revolution, 60 minutes it is. Then it is calculating the angle made by, this is degree it is. So therefore, what you get, students? The angle made by the minute hand in 1 minute, how much degree it is? 6 degree. Therefore, I will write clearly here, angle made by the minute hand, angle made by the minute hand in 1 minute is 6 degree. How many minutes here given here? Therefore, in 40 minutes, 40 into 6 degree, how much it is? 240 degree. You require in terms of radian. Convert in terms of radian. 240 converting in terms of radian, pi by 180. Radian it is. How much it is? 4 pi by 3 radian. How much it is? 4 pi by 3 radian. So you will get it. That minutes you have converted in terms of degree calculated for each minute. how much degree it rotates a minute hand, then you have you get 240 degree, then that you have converted in terms of radians. Then calculate here. Radius is given. What is the radius here? That is the minute hand of a clock is 1.5 centimeter long. It means radian here. Here we know that this is, you can take this formula. We know that L is equal to R theta. Here R is equal to how much it is? 1.5 centimeter. Then theta, how much you get? 4 pi by 3, 240 degree. Just you have calculated. Simplify the students. Substitute in the formula. L R is equal to 1.5 into 4 pi by 3. Simplify it. This is L is equal to 15 by 10, I think. 4 by 3 and 22 by 7. Simplify, student, it is. Then you will get the required result. Here I will write directly the result here. So it becomes 6.28. L is equal to 6.28 centimeter. This is the minute hand of a clock. In how far does its tip move in a 40 minutes is 6.28 centimeter. It moves the tip of that minute hand. I think clear. This is, student, it is important example. It is important example. It is. Once this is also asked in the CET examination. Remember here, for the 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it may be, remember, students, in 1 minute, the minute hand of a clock rotates, how much degree it is? 6 degree. Clear, all of you? So 6 degree it rotates. Yes. This is what? The minute hand of a clock. Shall I recall this one, student? Yes, just briefly I will recall here. What is the problem here? The minute hand of a clock is 1.5 centimeter long. How far does its tip move in 40 minutes? Use pi as a 3.14. You can take here 3.14 also. You may simplify it. See, here angle is not given here. You have to, in terms of minutes given here, that tip, the minute hand of a clock, this much rotated. So you have to calculate angle turned by this minute hand in 40 minutes. Angle turned by the minute hand in 40 minutes you have to calculate. So you know, this is one circular rotation, complete revolution. Watch, it is clock. You know, if it rotates, how much degree it is? 360 degree. So how many minutes are here to complete it one revolution? 60 minutes. How much it is? 60 minutes. So here we have calculated the minute hand of a clock in 60 minutes completes one revolution. Yes? How much it is? To complete one revolution, how much it is? One revolution. Therefore, in 1 minute, it revolves 360 divided by 6. This 0 and 0 get cancelled. So 6 degree. It means in 1 minute, the minute hand of a clock, it completes, it revolves 6 degree. So how much it is minute given here? 40 minutes. Therefore, angle made by the minute hand in 1 minute is 6 degree. Therefore, your 60 minutes, in 60 minutes, how much degree it made? 40 into 6 degree. So 240 degree it becomes, that degree you have converted in terms of radian, it becomes a 4 pi by 3. You have a radius r here, this is r value, and this is the theta angle subtended by the center here. Substitute here, we know that L is equal to r theta. Here r is equal to 1.5 centimeter. Theta is equal to 4 pi by 3. L is equal to r theta. You know the formula here. So radius and angle made by substituted. We have simplified this one. So this is the way. So you have to calculate it. Clear? I think this one. I think I have told in the previous class, I have not given the homework in the last class. I have told that homework is whatever we have discussed in the previous class, you can once again calculate. I hope you have calculated, all of you. Then only you will come to know the next examples. Around the clock you have to study the students. So after completion of the class, once again you have to go through, then only you will come to know. Regular study you need. Regular. Yes, come to the next example here. Yes. See one more, same type, one more example here. A wheel makes, I think 8th or 9th example, you can make it. A wheel makes 360 revolutions. What? A wheel is also circular. A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. In 1 minute. In 1 minute. Through how many radians? Through how many radians? Through how many radians does it turn? Does it turn in 1 second? Try to understand the question, students. This is also application type example here. See, a wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. What? A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. A circular wheel. In 1 minute, how many times it rotates? 360 times. 360 times. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? See what you have to calculate. Angle made by the wheel in 1 second. In terms of radian. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? See, diagrammatically, students. See, this is a circular wheel. You know the wheel. I think you know the wheel, students. Yes, this is the wheel. Yes, circular wheel it is. So, in 1 minute, how many times it rotates? How many revolutions here? 360 revolutions. 360 revolutions. Try to understand the given question. Students, try to understand the given question. Understanding the question is important. Understanding the question is important. If question understand, then solution you will get it. Otherwise, there is no question of solution. Clear it is? Very clear it is. Very simple formula. I think you know the Newton's third law will be applied here. What is the Newton's third law? If question is understand, then there is a possibility of answer. If the question is not understand, there is no possibility of the answer. Understanding? Yes? Yes. See, a wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Try to understand here. A wheel rotates in 1 minute. How many times it is? 360 times. 360 revolutions. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? So first what you have to calculate here, friends? In 1 second, how many revolutions it does? Means 1 second valaga, see, I will try to convenience in Kannada, friends. 1 minute valaga, idu wheel, circular wheel, how many times rotated? 360 times rotated. So first what you have to calculate in 1 second, how many times it rotated? Very simple it is. Now see, then you will get it in 1 second. Then calculate radian. You know, if it revolves 1 time, how much it is? If it revolves 1 time, in terms of degree, 360 degree, you know. In terms of degree, 360, and in terms of radian, 2 pi it is. Then calculate it. What here? The question is that you have to calculate the angle turned by the wheel in 1 second. The angle turned by the wheel in 1 second. See the students here. Solution. A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Clear, I think, students? A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Therefore, in 1 second, so how many seconds are there in 1 minute? 60. Then how much it is? 6 what it is? 6 revolutions, student. So it means what it is? 6 revolutions, students. How many revolutions? 6 revolutions. 6 revolutions. Yes, 6 revolutions. What is 6 revolutions? In 1 second. In the time of 1 second, how many times that circular wheel rotates? 6 times it rotates. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? What you have calculated? 1 time you have to calculate it in 1 second. the number of revolutions. You have to calculate angle turned by the wheel in 1 second. Therefore, angle turned by the wheel, angle turned by the wheel in 1 second is, in 1 second is, how much it is? 1 second is equal to theta. I will take care. Theta is equal to 6 times in 1 second. To revolve 1 time, how many it is in terms of radians? He asked in terms of radians. You can take 2 pi. If you ask in terms of degrees, you multiply by 360. So how many here? 12 pi. Therefore, angle turned by the wheel is how much here? 12 pi radian. You write it. Therefore, angle turned by the wheel in 1 second is, here I will write it here, the answer, final answer, angle turned by the wheel, angle turned by the wheel in 1 second is, theta is equal to 12 pi radians in terms of radians. This is your required answer here. This is your required answer, students. This is also the CET question once asked in the CET examination. This is also the CET question, students. Try to remember it, these 3 examples. So we have calculated the last 3 examples, important questions here. 3 CET examples we have calculated. So these are asked questions in the CET examination. This is one of the application type, that circular wheel it is. You know the circular wheel, what type of the circular wheel here? So it rotates, so the rotation. So circular wheel is a circular path it is. So 360 degree in terms of degree, and in terms of radian, you know, in terms of radian it is. In terms of a radian it is. Students, like that you have to calculate it. Try to understand this given example, student. So these are the 2 application type examples we have calculated. Let us, I will go for the some homework examples. Yes, come to the next examples. Come to the next type examples. You once again go through these 2 examples, today's 2 examples. You once again go through the students. Yes, see the what we have studied, calculated some examples, the same type of examples. Today I will give the homework here, some examples. Homework number 1. Yes, homework number 1. Yes, if the arcs of the same length, arcs of the same lengths, 2 circles, same lengths in 2 circles, I will write circles like that, students. In 2 circles, subtend angles 65 degree and 110 degree. The same example we have calculated, students. Once asked for theory also this question, and in for CET also once asked in the CET examination also. I have discussed in the last class. Once asked in the CET and theory also for your first PUC exam, 65 degree and 110 degree. At the center, find the ratio. Find the ratio of their radii, of their same radii. So in that class we get the answer 5/4. Same type, you have to calculate this one also. Try to calculate same type example, students. You go through these examples. First you go, I think you have, I hope you are calculating the examples. I hope that first homework you have completed, that 2 types of homeworks I have given, a conversion of degree to radian and radian to degree. I hope you have calculated, I think you have completed. Now come to the next homework here. Find the angle in radian through which a pendulum, same example calculated, through which a pendulum swings if its length is same 75 centimeter and tip describes an arc of length 10 centimeter. I have calculated here. Here are two examples by using that same length of a simple pendulum. One is 15 centimeter and second one is 21 centimeter. Students, calculate these two. Here what it is? This is the tip describes an arc of length. Here I will give the hint for the, don't confuse here. The first one, find the angle in radian through which a pendulum swings if its length is 75 centimeter. The same length what we have calculated in the previous class, but the tip describes an arc of length. L is different for this L, for this L. R is same, and this is also same. The ratio of the radii you have to calculate R1 by R2. You have to make R1 by R2. L is equal to R1 theta 1 and L is equal to R2 theta 2. Why L? It is same length of an arc. You have to take like that. L is equal to R1 theta 1 and L is equal to, here you take these hint for these two homework. So equating L is equal to L is same because of equate these two examples. What you have to calculate? Ratio of the radii. If supposed to be, he may ask a ratio of the angle theta 1 by theta 2, like that also you have to calculate. Now come to the next example, students. The next means, so I hope this is about the measurements of an angles. This is about the measurements of angles. This is one bit we have completed here. Students, one bit you have completed. It means 3 marks we have completed for the point of examination. How many marks? 3 marks we have completed. Let us go through for the point of examination, the mark distribution of this trigonometry functions. So after completion of one bit, you will come to know little bit idea regarding the marks distribution here. So on this bit, what we have studied on the 3 classes, 3 marks. Yes, how many classes? This is the 4th class running here. This is the 4th class here I am taking here. First 3 class, 3 marks we have completed according to the question paper pattern, according to the P board. See, I will discuss regarding the mark distribution of this chapter, students. I will discuss regarding the mark distribution of the, see, 1 marks question is 1 here. 1 marks question is 1. That is one. Which one here? Conversion, degree to radian and radian to degree. Whole chapter. This is the long big chapter. According to this first PUC, this is only the big chapter here, friends. 1 marks question is 1. It is, and 2 questions from 2 marks. 2 questions of 2 marks. 3 marks questions are 2 also. 3 marks questions also 2 also. 1 5 marks question, student, and 1 6 marks question. 6 means, see, I will discuss regarding the question paper part A, part B, question paper pattern it is, student, part C, part D and part E. We will discuss afterwards detail. Part A is of a 1 marks questions. See, this is a marks. This is also 2 marks question. You have to solve 10. Here you have to solve 10 here also. Here also you have to solve 10. Part C is a 3 marks and part D is a 5 marks. Then here 5 questions here you have to solve, and here 1 10 marks question here. Here sub questions 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4. It is a part E, part D, part C, part B and part A. Here there is no choices. Only 10 questions will be given. You have to solve all the 10 questions. See the students here, 10 questions will be given. You have to calculate all the 10 questions. Here 14 questions will be given. You have to choose 10 questions. Here also 14 questions will be given. You have to choose 10 only. Here choose, here choose. Here also 10 questions will be given. 8 questions will be given. You have to solve 6 questions you have to solve here. 5 marks question it is, students. 6 questions, 5 marks. and what is one question 10 marks. Like that it is the question paper pattern regarding, we will discuss regarding the question paper later. So for the point of trigonometry, you can take the marks distribution, whole trigonometry chapter, marks distribution, students here. 1 marks, 2 marks, 1 marks, 2 marks, 3 marks, 5 marks, and this is one of the 6 marks. Is one of the 6 marks, student. Like that you may distribute here, Totally see, totally how many marks here? So this is 1, this is 4, this is 6, 5 and 6 marks. So how much it is, friends? See 11, see 12, 17, 21, 22. See 1/4 of the syllabus. Approximately 22 marks it is. And for the point of scoring and for the point of second PUC syllabus, very important this trigonometry. If you understood the trigonometry portion, then we will come to know in the second PUC you have to study differentiation and integration. You need this trigonometry here, basic and one chapters. In the second PUC, one trigonometry, inverse trigonometry functions you should study. You should know all these are the basic things you should know to study the differentiation and integration. You need all these formulas here. So this is about the mark distribution of the this trigonometry chapter here. I told I will discuss later. I have completed here 3 marks portion here, one marks question, and 1 2 marks question here. This is completed here, and this part 2 questions will be there, one from this measurement of an angles. Now come to the next here. I will go to the next bit of this chapter, students. So this is about the mass distribution here. Now see the students here, the mass distribution after completion of the mass distribution. So let us, I will go for the next bit, that is trigonometric functions, regarding the trigonometric functions. Yes, regarding the trigonometric functions. Yes, trigonometric functions. I think you know the students, I recall just the definitions of all the 6 functions. How many functions are there? There are 6 trigonometric functions are there. They are sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, secant theta, and cotangent theta. Geometrically, I will define all the 6 trigonometric functions, students here. What it is? What type of here? Geometrically, I will define the 6 trigonometric functions. Tell me, students, what is this is? This is a Cartesian plane. What it is? Not a graph. It is a Cartesian plane. How the Cartesian plane forms? These are the 2 straight lines. X dash O X, Y O Y dash are the 2 straight lines. Is it a straight line, students? Yes. You call this as a x-axis. You know you have this is an x-axis, this is an y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. These are the 2 straight lines. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. It form a Cartesian coordinate plane. What? Cartesian coordinate plane. These are the 2 number lines. Number lines also 0, 1, 2, 3, positive, negative and negative on the y-axis. 0 to 1, 2, 3, 0 to -1, -2, 0 to like that. These are the 2 number lines. Are the two straight lines. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. It form a Cartesian coordinate plane. So come to the trigonometry functions here. I will define the trigonometry functions geometrically. This is geometry. This is Cartesian plane geometrically. Let us here, I will take one diagram here. Let it rotates OP, it terminates, it makes an angle theta from the positive direction of x-axis, this direction, anti-clockwise direction, clockwise direction. We have discussed it. Clockwise, Anti-clockwise it is, anti-clockwise direction is measured as a positive angle, clockwise direction is measured as a negative angle. OP is the terminal side, OP is the terminal line. It is initially on x-axis, it rotates from initially on x-axis, it rotates it revolves to the OP, terminal side it is. Draw PM perpendicular to the x-axis, what it is? PM perpendicular on x-axis. Here I will take point Cartesian plane. Let P of x comma y be any point on the plane. Let P of x comma y be any point on the plane. This OP. Let P of x comma y be the any point on the plane. Draw PM perpendicular on x-axis. What it is? Draw PM perpendicular on x-axis. What is the, according to this coordinate system, what is the OM distance? This is x distance, friends. OM distance, x distance. What is the PM distance? This is y distance. OM is equal to x. What is PM? Y it is. By use, this is a right angle triangle. You have taken perpendicular. From the Pythagoras theorem, let OP is equal to, calculating OP is equal to, or OP square is equal to Pythagoras theorem. OM square plus PM square, you know very well. OP square is equal to x square plus P, what it is? Y square. So OP is equal to how much it is? Root of x square plus y square. Let OP is equal to R is equal to root of x square plus y square. Radius it is. Radius it is. Hypotenuse. OP is an hypotenuse. Yes. Now come to the here I will define geometrically the 6 trigonometric functions. I will define the trigonometric functions geometrically using this right angle triangle here. Before defining, I will come to know the sides of this triangle, students. Sides of the triangle here. So here 3 sides, it is a right angle triangle. You know, you may define, it is possible to, so define in a right angle triangle the 6 trigonometric functions, which is opposite side, which is the adjacent side, which is the hypotenuse side, because you need in the definitions here. An angle opposite to theta, the side PM is known as a opposite side. OPP, I will write it. The angle opposite to theta, opposite side. The side PM is known as the opposite side. Opposite to the opposite side or opposite to the 90 degree hypotenuse, I will write HYP, hypotenuse. For these 2 sides, this side OM is known as a adjacent side. What it is? Adjacent side. Remember the students here? Usually in some diagram it confuses opposite and hypotenuse while taking the values. Opposite to the angle is known as opposite side. Opposite to the opposite side, OP is called as hypotenuse, I think you know. Or opposite to the 90 degree is taken as hypotenuse. Iveradukku adjust agidakeno adjacent side. Adjacent side. OM is an adjacent side. So let us, I will define the 6 trigonometric functions here, students, one by one. See, sine of an angle theta is read as a sine theta, or you can take theta, or you can take x in terms of x, or any capital letter as A in terms of A is an angle. Sine theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side divided by, just I will write in terms of opposite by hypotenuse, that is PM by OP. What is PM here? Y. According to that point, what is OP? We have taken, let OP is equal to R. OP is equal to R. Yes, let us consider OP is equal to R. OP is equal to R here. Yes. According to this right angle triangle, what is sine theta here? Y by R it is. Opposite by hypotenuse. You know these definitions, you are familiar already. I will define all the 6 definitions today, the students. Cosine, see how? Cosine of an angle theta is read as a cos theta, that is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent, what it is? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is the adjacent side here? OM by OP. What is OM? X. OP is what it is? R. See the students, what is OM here? OM is a X. Yes. Now come to the next, the third definition here. Tangent. See the students, tangent of an angle is read as tangent of an angle theta here is read as a tan theta. What is tan theta? What is tan theta, students? Opposite by adjacent side, defined as a tangent of an angle is defined as a opposite by adjacent side, that is PM by OM, that is y divided by x. Y divided by x. See the students, first three definitions here: sine of an angle, cosine of an angle, tangent of an angle. Sine of an angle is read as a sine theta, you know, sine x, sine a, sine alpha, any alphabetic letter angle. So it is opposite by hypotenuse, remember it, opposite by hypotenuse, you know already very well. Now see, come to the fourth one, cotangent. See the students here, sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, cotangent of an angle. Theta is read as a cot theta, is defined as a adjacent side by opposite side, that is OM by PM. See, adjacent side by opposite side, that is OM by PM, that is x divided by y. That is what? X divided by y. Yes, tangent and cotangent. Next come to the secant of an angle. Secant of an angle theta is read as a secant theta or sec theta, is read as a secant theta or sec theta, and is defined by hypotenuse by adjacent side. What? Hypotenuse by adjacent side, that is equal to, here I will remove this one, that is equal to OP according to this right angle triangle, OP by OM. So according to the values we have taken in the plane, that is R by X, student, R by X. And the last function, sixth function is cosecant. See the student, sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, sine of an angle sine theta, cosine is read as a cos theta, tangent is read as a tan theta, cotangent is read as a cot theta, secant is read as a sec theta or secant theta, cosecant is read as a cosecant theta. See, cosecant of an angle theta is read as a cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is defined as hypotenuse by opposite side. What it is? Hypotenuse by opposite side, that is OP divided by PM. OP is R, PM is Y. So these are the 6 definitions of the trigonometric functions. See, remember the students, the whole chapter is depends upon all these 6 definitions. Already you know the definitions in the 10th class, in the previous class you have studied, you are familiar with the definitions of the trigonometric functions. I think you know the sums you have calculated. So all this whole trigonometry chapter is depends upon these 6 definitions, students. Here if you come to know these 6 definitions, then you will come to know the whole chapter here. Otherwise there is no question of the chapter here. Clear it is, all of you? Here also Newton's third law will be applied, students. Here also the Newton's third law will be applied here. If you know the definitions of all the 6 trigonometric functions clearly, then you will come to know the whole chapter. Otherwise it is not possible. Remember the students here. Yes, so I recall once again these 6 definitions here, trigonometric functions here. Second bit we have started today. First bit we have completed measurement of an angle, 3 marks portion, 3 marks here. What type of the questions also I have discussed, students here. Come to the trigonometric functions here. Sine of an angle theta. You know already here sine theta according to, so the thing is that geometrically I have defined, students. You know, I think in the previous classes you have taken directly in the previous classes. In the 10th class you have taken like that here. See, geometrically I have defined here. I have taken let P of x comma y be any point in the plane. Let OP be the terminal side. It rotates. It is initially on OX. So it makes, I have taken a perpendicular drawn here. I have taken one right angle triangle here. According to this right angle triangle, I have defined these 6 trigonometric functions, friends. So sine of an angle theta is read as a sine theta, that is opposite by hypotenuse, y divided by r. Cosine of an angle theta is read as a cos theta, that is adjacent side by hypotenuse, x by r according to the triangle. The sides, the 3 sides, you will define the trigonometric functions by right angle triangle, applying a right angle triangle here. Tangent of an angle theta is read as a tan theta, that is opposite by adjacent side. Pm by om, Pm by om, y by x. Cotangent of an angle theta is read as a cot theta, that is adjacent side by opposite side. Om by Pm, that is x by y. Secant of an angle theta is read as a secant theta, is defined as a hypotenuse by adjacent side, is defined as a hypotenuse by adjacent side. According to the triangle OP divided by OM, that is r by x. Cosecant of an angle theta is read as a cosecant theta. Cosecant of an angle theta is read as a cosecant theta and is defined as a hypotenuse by opposite side. According to this right angle triangle OP by PM, that value is r by y. These are the values of this, according to this right angle triangle. These are the values of these 6 trigonometric functions, friends. These are the values of the according to this right angle triangle. See, remember the students here, the relations of the functions I will discuss after having the definitions here. Sine of the angle theta, sine, cosine, co-functions. These 2 are the co-functions. Sine and cosine are co-functions. Sine, see here, sine, cosine, sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant. These 2 are the co-functions. These 2 are the co-functions. These 2 are the co-functions. Totally how many functions here? 6 functions. These are the 6 very, very important definitions here. The basic thing of this chapter, students. The basic thing of this trigonometry chapter, students. This is important here. You will understand the definitions of these 6 definitions of the trigonometry functions. Then you will come to know the whole chapter, students. Remember, then only you will come to know the whole chapter. So this is about the trigonometry functions. Now this is about the 6 definitions of the trigonometric functions. Yes. I hope I conclude today's class, students here. In the next class, what about the relations between these 6 trigonometric functions? What type of the relations between the 6 trigonometric functions? Will prove all the relations by according to the geometrically, and 3 important results also we will prove in the next class. Okay, thank you, students. I hope you are understanding. Try to after completion of this the one class, you go through once again the students. Calculate them once again, and I have given homework today also. I hope you will calculate the homeworks also. Thank you. We will continue.